So now we're gonna make some drums, because hip hop, it's actually more about drums than the melodies. Drums are super important, 808s, kicks, snares, hi-hats, you know, create that bounce because the rapper has to flow over it, right? So one tip I'm gonna give from the start: don't overcomplicate your drums. Like, you don't have to show off to the rapper, like, look how crazy my drums are. They have to knock and then need to give you a bounce. That's like key, you know what I mean? So let's, everybody has their own things, how they'd like to start their drums, but I like to start my drums with just a simple head pattern and a clap or a snare. So let me open my sampler. I just have like my favorite 808s and my favorite heads in this, and I kind of know how they sound. So I like for this to give a little more bouncy, hard stuff, like a Southside head. So what I will do, I will just start looping like the main part of this thing, right, of the song, and I will create an empty MIDI chat thing actually. Then what I do, I use the brush tool and just create like a simple 8-note. Simple. But I want to feel the bounce kind of with the claps, right? So I hear a snare though, I don't hear a clap on that. Maybe like some ghost claps, but I hear like a snare. So let me go and find I want to go for more like one of my favorite snares, jumping snares. But then I feel like the snare is a little bit too bright and too generic, so let me just see if I pitch it down like 1, maybe 2. Yeah. So that already gives a little bit more like darkness to it and like raw shit, you know? So let me okay, that's dope rhythm to beginning with. Let me save it real quick. So what I want to do actually, I want to create like an extra little snare thing, but a little different sound of the snare, right? So what I would do, I would just use the same snare, but just filter a little bit. See if we can find like an extra pocket or something. Yeah, like that, that's dope. Just to make it like a turnaround thing, you know, like end of the 4 bars. The little ghost snare, I think we can turn down a little bit. The other snare, turn down a little bit too. That's dope. Then let's get more the bounce of the heads going, right? Because normally I like to keep my heads pretty simple, but still I like to get like a few extra little flavors in it just to spice it up a little bit. What I like to do is just like start like the heads like with a little. And what I always do as well is like, I just listen to the bounce and then hear my head and look at the pattern over here on the screen and see, or actually I visualize already like the head rolls or like the extra timing things you want to add, you know? So it's, you really feel it and try to visualize it, because that for me, it helps. So I like to add these lower heads. Maybe a little later actually. It's almost like extra percussion, those heads. And then I hear a roll or something there. So this is a little trick I use. Like in Logic, you have the brush tool, and you can like make rolls and stuff, and then you can choose like what timing thing you want to use. So what measurement, like you want a 16 note, a 32 note, you want triplets, you want swung. So maybe I will go for a little triplet roll, like a super fast somewhere. So I hear there's something there. There's space, and don't listen only like, oh, is it a cool head pattern? It has to match the melody too, right? It has to get you in that bounce. And so find like spaces where there's nothing happening too much. In there you can put like little things to fill it up. So let's see what we have now. So I like that, maybe it's too much.